Hello and welcome. This FEMA Go Startup Guide provides an overview of the Grants Technology Division, FEMA Go Roles and Permissions, SAM.gov, and Login.gov, as well as directions on how to access your organization information and manage teams in FEMA Go. This guide was prepared by the GPD Communications, Culture, Analytics, and Training branch. By the end of this FEMA Go training, you will be able to understand the Grants Technology Division GTD initiative, identify FEMA Go user roles and permissions, explain the importance of SAM.gov, create and manage a Login.gov and FEMA Go account, manage a team as an AOR or SAR. The subjects we will cover in the table of contents include Section 1, Grants Technology Division, GTD, an overview. Section 2, Roles and Permissions. Section 3, System for Award Management, SAM.gov. Section 4, Account Creation and Management. Section 5, Organization Information. Section 6, Team Management. And Section 7, FEMA Go Help Desk. We will begin this training with an overview of the Grants Technology Division, known as GTD. The Grants Technology Division, GTD, is transforming FEMA's grants process by simplifying and streamlining business methods. GTD is working to support a consolidated grant system, moving from multiple legacy systems to one unified grants management platform called FEMA Grants Outcomes FEMA Go. We started with Assistance to Firefighters, AFG, then added HMA and FMA. For FY23, we were able to complete the onboarding of 12 programs into FEMA Go, and we are currently onboarding 25 additional programs for FY24, including multiple disaster programs. GTD's expected outcomes with transitioning to FEMA Go are to improve technology to meet business needs, simplify the grants lifecycle processes, improve timeliness of grant award to survivors and communities, and provide access to complete and accurate grants data all in one system. Now we will review the roles and permissions for external users within an organization. Assigning roles is an important part of the grant management process. We'll start with the most important role of the Authorized Organization Representative, AOR. The AOR role manages other team members and has all permissions for the organization, including submitting information to FEMA. Additionally, there is no limit to the additional numbers of AORs an organization can assign, but please keep in mind the importance of this role when assigning members. The organization member role can view and edit all information, but cannot submit to FEMA or manage teams. The programmatic member role can view and edit all information and submit amendments and programmatic reports. The financial member role can view and edit all information and can only submit payments or drawdown requests, financial reports, and amendments. The grant writer role can view and edit all information for an application or sub-application. Some applications have subrecipients. These roles include the Subrecipient Authorized Representative, SAR, who can view, edit, and submit a sub-application and give other users subrecipient role permissions, and the subrecipient member who can view and edit a sub-application. The next section within this training will provide an overview of the System for Award Management, SAM.gov, and SAM.gov account reminders. SAM.gov and FEMA Go have a working relationship. Automated sweeps of SAM.gov are conducted nightly by FEMA Go to pull over updated information. Entities use SAM.gov to register to do business with the U.S. government, update or renew their entity registration, check the status of entity registration, and search for entity registration and exclusion records. To register in SAM.gov, there are a few basic things you need to know about your organization. At a minimum, you will need the following information: the name of your organization's eBiz point of contact, your organization's email, the organization's phone number, and the unique entity identifier. After your registration is complete, FEMA Go will automatically import and add certain information from SAM.gov. Please be sure to check this information for accuracy. Here are some important reminders regarding your SAM.gov account. Registering with SAM.gov is required prior to starting and applying to FEMA through the FEMA Go system. SAM.gov can take an extended period of time to process registrations, and we suggest selecting financial assistance awards rather than all awards for faster processing. Your SAM.gov account must remain active throughout the evaluation process. It is only active for 1 year and must be renewed annually. It has an expiration date. This section will provide information about account creation and management. We will cover the following information: signing in with login.gov, best practices to create a login.gov account, FEMA Go user account creation, internal FEMA employee and contractors, account scenarios, managing emails, and managing email notifications. To sign in with login.gov, step 1. Go to the FEMA Go webpage, go.fema.gov, and select Sign in with login.gov. This will open a new browser tab. Step 2. If you already have a login.gov account, select Sign in and enter your previously created account information. If you do not already have a login.gov account, select Create an account and follow the prompts to create an account with your email address. Once you have successfully logged in or created an account, select Agree and continue to be directed back to the FEMA Go webpage. On the next slide, we will cover some best practices for creating a login.gov account. There are several best practices that are recommended when creating a login.gov account. First, if you already have a FEMA Go email, use that same email when creating your login.gov account in order to keep your established roles and permissions. This email should be all lowercase and without any special characters. Second, if you are the AOR and your SAM.gov email does not match any emails in login.gov, you will need to add it to login.gov, then log into FEMA Go again to sync. Third, it is important to utilize a unique email rather than a shared email when creating your login.gov. Lastly, if you have any issues with the redirection to FEMA Go from login.gov, please log out and log back in via login.gov. Internal FEMA employees will sign in using their PIV card. If you have a PIV card, then you must select Sign in with your PIV card. If you attempt to sign in with login.gov, you will receive an error message and will be directed back to FEMA Go. Now we will review how to create an account as a new FEMA Go user. If you are a new FEMA Go user, you will be directed back to FEMA Go after you have created your login.gov account. Then, to create a FEMA Go account, you must enter your first name and last name in the New User Information section. If upon logging in, you are not associated with your organization yet, then you can search for your point of contact to reach out to by using the UEI listing. They will need to add you to your organization. We will now review the following account scenarios to assist you with preparing for and completing the migration successfully. Scenario 1 covers if you have no FEMA Go account and you have a login.gov account with one email address. In this case, you will provide your AOR with the login.gov associated email. Then your AOR will use your login.gov provided email to add you as a new team member. Then you will receive an email instructing you to sign in to login.gov to access FEMA Go. After authenticating in login.gov for the first time using the email address, you will be directed to FEMA Go. Once in FEMA Go, when you check your profile, you will see that the email you use to log in to login.gov is set as the email for notifications, and the roles and permissions assigned to you by your AOR will be visible. Scenario 2 covers if you have no FEMA Go account and you have a login.gov account with more than one email address. In this case, you will provide your AOR the email from your login.gov account that you wish to use for FEMA Go. Your AOR will use this email to add you as a new team member. Then you will receive an email instructing you to sign into login.gov to access FEMA Go. After authenticating in login.gov for the first time, you will be directed to FEMA Go. Once in FEMA Go, when you check your profile, you will see that the email you use to log in to login.gov is set as the email for notifications. You will also see the other emails from login.gov listed in your profile with the option to set a different email for notifications, and the roles and permissions assigned to you by your AOR will be visible. Scenario 3 covers if you are a registered FEMA Go user with a matching login.gov email address. In this case, if you have one email in login.gov and you authenticate with your established FEMA Go account email, then when you log into FEMA Go via login.gov and view your profile, you will see this email set as the email for notifications. If you have multiple emails in login.gov and you authenticate with your established FEMA Go account email, then when you log into FEMA Go via login.gov and view your profile, you will see the FEMA Go email set for email for notifications with the other emails listed and the option to set a different email for notifications. Additionally, the roles and programs previously assigned to you will appear unchanged in your FEMA Go account. Scenario 4 covers if you are a user with two active FEMA Go accounts. In this case, if you use two different emails to log into FEMA Go, then you will need to create a login.gov account that has both emails linked. Then, after authenticating and being directed to FEMA Go, you will see the authenticated email in login.gov is set as the email for notifications in your profile, along with the additional email and the option to change the email for notifications. Additionally, under your profile in FEMA Go, you will see the roles and programs previously associated with those two emails and be able to perform both roles under one login. The next two scenarios are applicable to some after the migration occurs. Scenario 5 covers if you are using a shared email address in FEMA Go and you need to transfer that FEMA Go email address to a different login.gov account. In this case, if an external user, we'll call them user 1, previously signed in to login.gov to access FEMA Go and has gone through the migration, then that FEMA Go email will be associated with that user's login.gov account. If a user 2, wants to utilize that email address, then user 1 will need to delete it from their login.gov account, and user 2 will need to set up their own login.gov account and add the email address. Now when user 2 logs into FEMA Go via login.gov, their FEMA Go profile will show that the email is selected as the email for notifications. But since the roles and permissions were assigned with user 1 when they migrated the first time, user 2 will not inherit these roles and permissions. The organization will have to assign the proper roles and permissions for user 2 through the team management functionality in FEMA Go. Scenario 6 covers if you need to change your email after migration occurs. In this case, if you add an email address to your login.gov account and the email added exists in FEMA Go and has not gone through the migration, when you go to FEMA Go via login.gov and you go to your profile, you will see this email added, along with any permissions that were assigned to the email. If you change your login.gov account such that none of the FEMA Go emails in your profile match your login.gov emails, then the next time you log into FEMA Go via login.gov, your profile will display the emails listed in login.gov, and the email used to log in to login.gov will be set as the email for notifications. None of your roles or permissions will change. To view and manage your email for notifications within your profile, step 1. Select your profile from the top banner in the drop-down section under your name. Step 2. Review your personal information and edit as needed. Step 3. Select an email for notifications from the list to use for your FEMA Go notifications. All FEMA Go notifications will be sent to the selected email. Please note, the emails that are listed come from your login.gov account. If the email you wish to use for FEMA Go notifications is not on the list, please go to login.gov to add it. The next time you log into FEMA Go, this email will be available for you to select. Now we will review organization information. The topics we will cover in this section include the welcome screen overview, my organization profile, and multiple organizations. Once logged into FEMA Go, the system will open to a welcome screen. Note that your view of the welcome screen will depend on your assigned role or roles in FEMA Go. The welcome screen contains 3 main areas that are important to completing tasks within FEMA Go. The first section is Apply for a new grant. Here you will find grants listed by the name, the dates for the application period, along with a link to start the application. The second section is My Work. This section consists of 2 tabs, My Grants and My Awards. My Grants will list grant applications that you have completed or that you are in the process of completing. My Awards will list grants that have been awarded. The third section is the top blue banner, where you will find navigation links such as grants, organizations, and a grant or sub-grant ID search bar. These links will vary based on your role within FEMA Go. If you have difficulty logging into FEMA Go system or need support being added to your organization, please reach out to your eBiz point of contact found in sam.gov. To view your organization information, select the organization's link within the blue banner at the top of the screen to view the My Organization summary for your organization. The information displayed in the main body includes the organization's mailing address, physical address, EIN number, UEI number, and a summary of sam.gov information such as registration status, registration date, expiration date, and more. If you need support regarding the information within your organization profile, please reach out to your eBiz point of contact found in sam.gov. If your email address is used for multiple organizations in sam.gov as an AOR, or if you've been added to multiple organizations in FEMA Go by your team's AOR, then you can view multiple organizations with one login. To view multiple organizations, select the Select an Organization dropdown from the upper right-hand corner of your screen to choose a different organization to view. Now let's review the Team Management section within FEMA Go, including the Manage My Team page, how to add a team member, the specifics when you select the Assign Program option, and how to manage pending registrations. Please keep in mind that only an SAR or an AOR can perform the tasks of managing a team. To manage your team as an AOR or SAR, Step 1. Select the Manage My Team link in the left navigation panel. Once selected, a list of current team members within your selected organization, as well as their role, phone number, and email will appear in the main body. Step 2. You can select Manage under the Actions column on the right-hand side of the table to make any necessary edits. Please note, if registered, the new team member's primary email will display in the Manage My Team table. Once you have selected the Manage link to make edits to a team member, a new window will open where you can review the contact information, role, and permissions assigned to that team member. Within the new window, you can select Edit to update or change the information for the selected team member as needed. You also have the option to assign additional roles to a team member by selecting the Add Another Role button. When the Add Another Role button is selected, a gray section with available roles and programs will display. Here you may select an additional role from the drop-down menu and assign a program to that team member as needed. We will cover more about adding a program on an upcoming slide. Once you have finished reviewing and/or making edits, select the blue Save and Close button at the bottom of the window. From the Manage My Team page, you can add a new team member as an AOR or SAR. Step 1. Select the blue Add a New Team Member button on the top right-hand portion of the page. A new window will then open. Step 2. Within the new window, enter the email address of the new team member into the text field and select the blue Enter button. Step 3. Once an email address is entered, a message will let you know if the user is registered or not in FEMA Go. Please review the information that is displayed and select Yes or Cancel. Additional steps needed to add a team member are continued next. Once a team member's email address has been entered, Step 4. Review the assigned member's contact information, then select a role within the organization using the drop-down menu. Step 5. Just below the role drop-down menu, you have the option to select a program for that team member. We will cover more about this soon. Please note that only available roles and permissions will be visible for selection here. Finally, Step 6, select the Add This Team Member button to submit the request. If the user already exists in your organization, you will receive a red error message that will direct you to the Manage My Team page to manage their roles. When a user is successfully added to your organization, they will receive a confirmation email stating that their AOR added them to their organization's FEMA Go account, and to please go to FEMA Go website and use their email address when signing in via login.gov. When you are managing a team member or adding a team member, you have the option to assign a program or programs. If you select a program or programs within the list, then that role will be restricted to those specific programs or program that you selected. If you do not select a program or programs within the list, then that role will have unrestricted access. For example, if you select the role AOR and you select under Assigned Programs AFG and SAFER, then that user will have AOR permissions limited to only AFG and Saver. To begin managing pending registrations, step 1. Select Manage Pending Registrations in the left navigation panel to see users who have not yet registered in FEMA Go. Step 2. To remove the pending registration, select the Remove Unregistered User link under the Actions column on the far right side of the screen. Step 3. In the new window that opens, review the information for the selected team member and confirm the removal of the unregistered user by selecting the blue Yes Remove Unregistered User button. This ends this video webinar. If you have additional questions, please email the FEMA Go help desk at femago@fema.dhs.gov or call 877-585-3242. They are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time.